This is Stephen, K4ATZ, formerly N4KTZ, formerly WA4PBV. And even before that, I was WN4PBV. So I've been licensed about 40 years. And the biggest stir in ham radio in the last year has been this, the Elecraft KX3. For the hams, this is probably repetitive, but for those non-hams, non-amateur radio operators, Elecraft is an American company made in America with American workers and parts in California, of all places. How you can do business in California, I don't know. Especially with Moonbeam Brown. It's not very business friendly. So my hat's off to Eric and Wayne, the founders and owners of Elecraft, privately owned. Probably one day one of the big companies will come gobble them up. But for now, it's privately owned. And this is a portable HF radio. It will have a 2-meter option. And I just got it in the mail today for UPS. I ordered it within 24 hours of the ordering. December 28th, I think, was technically the date. And I was hundreds down the list. It was shipped on the 14th of May. Today's the 21st. I did not opt for the 2-day shipping because it was like $70. I waited this long. I just wasn't going to spend $70. Sorry. But it's here, and it's unopened, as you can see. So I'm going to open it right here for you guys. Not as big a deal because so many are already out there, but I imagine my serial number is probably around 150. So still the new process. So I expect this video to get a lot of interest and hits for all those people still waiting. So how did Tasha know I have my radio? She just texted me. So let's tell her. Yes, I'm making a video right now about to open the box. How did you know? So, you know, back when I was licensed, these kind of things were non-existent. So hams, I was the coolest kid in high school. I had a phone in my car. The girls liked it. The guys thought it was cool. Little did I know that when I was 50, which I just turned 50 on the 12th, it's kind of like my birthday present to me. We'll see what Tasha says, my wife. She's actually K5ATZ. So anyways, we are going to open this thing up and see exactly what we have. And then as I get to know it, I'll make some other videos. And we'll see exactly what comes in the box from these fine people. Look, they even thought of finger holes. I imagine that's what that is. Woo! Woo! All right. So we've got bubble wrap, and in the inside here, this is what my wife got me for my birthday. Nice. We got a KX3 Allen wrench. I won't open that up right now. The KX3 keyer paddle assembly. Wow, it's small. I'm one of the hams that know Morse code. Some people classify us in a different category than the non-code hams. And I have to say, I agree. I don't understand the FCC. Should have left the code for at least extra class, but that's my personal opinion. We have the interface cable for USB. Looks like it's got a mini plug, almost stereo type plug for the radio, and then a USB. And I actually ordered me a computer, so I'll have a designated computer for my ham radio. But this radio, even though it's a software-defined radio, you do not have to have a computer. And we have the KX3 power cable, 18 gauge with a right angle to take the pressure off the radio, which is really good because it's got the end connectors and it's clearly marked. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but if you look real carefully, it's got the negative, so hopefully we'll not make that mistake. I don't see any fuse in it, but I think the radio is somehow protected. So this is the box that was sitting on top of the radio. I'll need this stuff in a minute. It's packed very nicely. And again, for all you people that like everything thought of, whoo, finger holes. Alright, so now what we got is the ultra portable 160 through 6 meter all mode transceiver owner's manual. This is revision B1, April 24th, 2012. I don't know if there's another one since then, but they have made some updates, and here's a Elecraft owner's manual and firmware type something, so I'll have to read through all this. And then I've already been exposed to this because online, it's kind of cool, they have a link to all the updates and everything for the owner's manual, the introduction. On behalf of our entire team, we'd like to thank you for choosing the Elecraft KX3. I'll have you know that I think when I first got into the hobby, my first HF station was a Drake TR4C. I want to say it was made in America, but I could be wrong. And I think later on Drake did have TR7, which was kind of like they were converting over to solid state, and I think that was made in Japan. I could be wrong, but Drake was an American company for a while, and they're gone now, or they make something else. We have a control panel reference guide. Surprised that's not in color, but anyways, online it's in color, so I can print out one of those. Actually, I already have the printout. So, you know, we've got a lot of studying to do. It'll be a lot easier now having the radio, because you can't read an owner's manual without the radio. Now, I've already done videos on batteries before we get to open that. So I've got plenty of sets of batteries. I mean, we could be looking at December 21st, 2012, and I will, as long as we don't have a EMP, I've got batteries. I've got in loops, Sanyos, should be charged. These store good. These are very worthwhile investment. Here's some more in loops. Also have the in loop extra capacity. They're with the two X's. Kind of cool, black with purple. They just have higher milliamp. These are fully charged. Another set of in loops, just different colors, same thing as the dark blue. I've got these Medion. I think they're like 2850. These will hold the charge as well. I've got regular AA batteries. I've got more in loops. For some reason it's one short on that batch. But then I've got something. These are nickel metal hydride. But this company, this is interesting. It's called Ansman. And I highly recommend these because when they say it's whatever the 2850 milliamps, it is 2850 milliamps, unlike some of these other Japanese or Chinese that say you're getting 4000 milliamp AA's, and it's not. This is a German made product, and if anybody knows anything about German made products, they are excellent. Their quality, they build good ships, they build good pretty much everything. I never really knew this, but they also make good wives. So if you're looking for a good battery or a good wife, then get a German. I'm married to a German. Well, she's half German, and her father was in the service. But anyways, she's one of a kind. And like I said, she's K5ATZ, We work together full time, and she's great. But anyways, these are great batteries, so I had to get me a set of those. So needless to say, you may say I'm OCD, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, almost 7 sets of batteries. Needless to say, I was anxious to get this radio, and on back order is the unfortunately the back order is well, it's supposed to be back order, yeah. Internal NIMH charger with real-time clock for KX3. So I can run it off the batteries, but the charger is back ordered, so that's cool. They didn't charge me for it. And now, packed very nicely, we have in this corner, in this section of the box, a cardboard colored box. And it says on the outside that this is the MH3, and the MH3 is the microphone, its own set of directions. If you like to talk to somebody, push the button. Wow, never would have guessed. Anyways, a little pet peeve of mine, you know, they do charge you extra for the mic, but I understand there are a lot of CW guys that'll have no need for this ever. With that said, it looks like a real good quality microphone. Fits the hand real good. It's got the nice hook on it, and it's got a neat, instead of all those other old-timey things that push and turn and everything, it just plugs right in. Also have your up and down buttons. So I'll go ahead and leave it out and fold this up. I keep all the plastic, the boxes, and everything. And because this is a factory made, not a kit, hopefully it'll. I don't plan on ever selling it unless it's just, I don't know. But anyway, so now we have da 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 da. Da, 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 da. The KX3. Man, golly, it is actually smaller and lighter than my first 2-meter HT, which was a Wilson. I don't know if you old-time hands remember the Wilson 2-meter handhelds. They were about the size of a shoebox, maybe a little smaller. Okay, it was about that wide actually, but it was deeper, a little taller, and it was heavier. Had a rubber duck, but it had 6 channels, and for the 6 channels you had to use crystals. You had to have a set for each frequency. You had to have a channel for receiving, a channel for, or a crystal for receiving, a crystal for transmit. You had to open up the radio and plug them in. Things have come a long ways. I never thought I'd be holding a whole HF rig that would do 10 times more than my Drake TR4C in my hand. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to try to be easy on this, not peel off this too much. We're going to just give it a nice little operation here with my little dollar store cutter. So we can take it out nice and gently. God knows what UPS throwing it around. It was packed really good though. Bam, that's beautiful. Wow, what a beautiful piece of equipment. Look at that shine. Look at that reflection. You can see the camera. It's incredible. It's got flip out little things here so you can set it up. I'll move the camera in a minute. Man, that is really, really nice. So these flip out so you can, if you want to use it on the table or base, it's got the proper angle. And it's really, really nice. Oh, and guess what? Remember I told you I was probably 150 or less? Number 150. Yeah, baby, I got the even number 150. I think that's cool. 150, 0150, guys and girls. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool. This one's swinging out a little bit. It's not quite as tight as the other one, but oh, because you got a little hand nut to tighten it. See, I figured something out already. Number 150. That's cool. All right. So, I guess I'm going to go ahead and say 73s. You're probably like, get on the air, get on the air. I got cool stuff. I've been buying stuff for 6 months. This radio has cost me a fortune in accessories. You see how many batteries I bought? I'll show you something cool that I've been waiting for, and I already did a video on it. So I've got my portable antennas. Here's another one, the 80 meter. I've got clamps. I've got counterpoise. I've got connectors. I've got everything you could want. I've got every accessory known to man. As soon as I say that, I'll be missing something. So what I'm going to do now is we'll probably pick 20 meters. I think I got me a 20 meter one. Yep. The OPEC. Sounds like an oil cartel. HFT-320 for 14.175 20 meter band. And I've got a, luckily this one is in one piece, so there's no screwing together. And I've got, somewhere in my packet of stuff, I've got me a 90-degree BNC connector. So what this does is you put the antenna on, and then this, like the ad shows, but it's an accessory, goes just like that. Now I just have to figure out how to make it tight. I'm sure there's a way, Steven. But anyway, it's kind of cool. So man, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to roll. So we'll either add this video and splice it together. I have to figure out why that don't stay up. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Or have a separate one of some operation, and we'll see what kind of how QRP works out for HF in the middle of the day. So 73s from K4ATZ with the brand new Elecraft KX3 serial number 150.